All right, Kim. We talked about last week the Braving Inventory written by Brené Brown from her book Dare to Lead. And we talked about, at that specific time, we talked about the first letter called B for boundaries. And today we're going to talk about the R in Braving, standing for reliability. And if I read it out loud, what she says about reliability. You do what you say you'll do. At work, this means staying aware of your competencies and limitations so you don't overpromise and are able to deliver on commitments and balance competing priorities. What is she trying to tell us with that statement?
Oh, something very simple to do.
Mm.
No, I mean, so be clear. This is an ambition, and she has a lot of examples in her book when she fails with this herself. So never think you should do this all the time and be perfect, because we are not perfect as humans. So that's impossible. And this is really hard, but that's why she actually pushes for us to do that. But yeah, saying no to someone's face and making them disappointed directly here and now because we want something. Is that better or worse than promising something and then not keeping that promise?
It is way worse to not deliver on your promises than it is to say no right here that I won't be able to do it. Even though it is tough, even though you will probably make that person feel angry, sad, disappointed, whatever it might be. But if I say that next week on Thursday, I'm going to deliver something to you and I don't, then you are going to question my ability to process stuff, and you're gonna lose faith and trust in me as a person, especially if it happens multiple times. We can get one or two times we can get away with that, I guess. But let's say that I have promised 5 people that on Thursday next week I'm gonna deliver whatever they have asked me to do, and I fail all 5 of them because I have way too much to do, and my over promise and my inability to say no because I'm not going to be able to make it will look me even worse than telling a person, no, I won't be able to make it until Thursday next week. We're going to either have to reschedule, or you're going to have to accept the fact that whatever you think is the most prioritized thing right now probably isn't.
But but surely we as humans understand that everyone has this situation. So
well, if I have something that I really want to get done here and now, then my priority, number one priority, is going to be my number one priority. And if I don't understand what is going on around me, if no one is telling me that there might be 4 or 5 other things that needs to get done as well, I have no way of processing that information and making my own assumption maybe that my number one priority possibly could be number 4 or 5 on that list in a bigger scope of things and a bigger deal. But the problem is, to her point, is when we overpromise, and if I say I'm going to deliver and I don't, and let's say we'll talk about something bigger. Let's say that next year I'm gonna have a profit share program, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody gets a cut of that profit share, and then we don't make a profit, and we don't get anything, then people will be very upset. And we can accept that for 1 or 2 years, but let's say that happens 5-6 years straight. Now, the leadership aspect of that is, I'm going to start to lose faith in you as a leader, or at least as a person, in terms of whatever you say probably doesn't matter. So I'm going to look more to what you actually do rather than to what you say. So my message verbally is going to be numb to the audience, in the sense that they stop trusting me and they stop believing what I say. So the ability to say no, or the ability to say that this time, right here, right now, I need to focus on this specific thing and get that done, is, even though it is hard and you will probably make someone disappointed at that specific time, over a longer period of time, you're going to benefit from that. And that person is also going to benefit from it, because at least when you do say, now I have time to help you, and I do, then I strengthen our relationship.
But surely saying no to someone must be more harmful to a relationship than people quietly resenting you. over time.
No, no, it isn't. Being quietly resent is probably the worst that you can be in when you have people muttering over their coffee cups and during the coffee breaks, or talking behind your back, or simply just don't trust you. And if they don't even tell that to your face, that's even worse, because then you're unaware of the fact that they don't trust you. You probably can start to realize and figure out for yourself that you're not doing super well. But no, it is way worse for your relationship over time to not deliver and overpromise than be able to say no to your face.
But getting competing priorities, this is the most tricky thing to juggle at by far. Is a crazy tricky thing to juggle. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so yeah, we can all identify with that. We can all associate ourselves with that. That people, things are pouring in, and
Mm-hmm.
you know you will have to disappoint someone.
Mm.
But it's really important. Do not overpromise stuff
No.
you're not able to handle, and do not overthink your own capabilities, because leave yourself room.
Yeah. No, your
Because
inability to perform is going to cause stress for yourself. You're
mm,
going to get super stressed by the fact you're not going. You're not going to be able to perform and do whatever you have promised others to do. And B, it's just harmful for your existence, in the sense that, I mean, you will not go to work happy or be with your family happy if you know that you're not going to be able to perform the task or reach a goal or whatever it is you have promised. And it's gonna cause for tensions in your relationships at home. It's gonna cause for tension at your relationship with your relationships at work. It doesn't matter what situation. But it is super hard. To your point, it is unbelievably hard, and we fail at this all the time.
uh, but what are the tools we can use then? What are advice we can give people who want to get a hold of their situation, who want to?
Well, I think we can speak. You and me can have our own opinion, but my opinion, in a way to get things easier to handle and your ability to say no start to really define what you need to do every day, rather than what you're supposed to do over, let's say, the next month or two. Setting goals for your every day. I need to close these two tasks, and those two tasks should be available to you, and they should be comprehensible to fix that specific day. If I do that, if I actually set a short-term goal for each day, I reach those goals, I close those tasks, I will then feel pride because I have done what I set out to do this specific day, rather than setting a goal for the next 3 weeks and then I'll add 5 more things to it, and I'm going to be unable to reach any of them, which is only going to cause stress. So my recommendation to anyone is to set goals for your day and try to reach those goals. And when you're done, then when you close those tasks and you have completed those those things, feel pride about it. And when you go to bed, you know, I did today what I set out to do. That is my suggestion.
I can recommend another book by David Allen, who's called Getting Things Done. He presents a good method on how you can structure your own personal inboxes or influ- uh, inflow of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good thing, I think, to be uh, good help to be more structured in your personal way. And that's a good coping mechanism to start, at least, because getting control of every flying thing that comes to you
Mm-hmm.
and to handle that in a structured manner is something that we really need to learn, every single one of us, in the information age.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, that's just the way of life moving ahead. Gone are the days when you say, I want a desk phone.
Beeper and a desk phone. Those were the days.
Nah, no, there
No.
aren't anymore. No, so you will get a lot of um, a constant stream of things calling for your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And having a structured manner on how you can structure yourself is a really good thing. So I think that that book helps a lot to start with, at least. So that's a
Mm.
good good advice I think we can do. And if you're thinking about something here, realize that we are now talking about different authors who have done different research and come up with different findings. And they're still adaptable, even though they don't follow the base model that we talked about, the EMGD model.
Mhm.
How come that is?
Because humans are humans, and the human behavior is absolutely the same when it comes to the bottom line. We act the same way no matter what. And no matter what method you use to measure behavior, the conclusion is the same. And we act in the same way, no matter where we live, who we are, background, ethnicity, and so on. So that's the interesting bit. We try to explain how different we are at all times, and we try to explain how different I am compared to you. But deep down inside, we are actually pretty much the same. We have the same needs. And when those needs are not met, lo and behold, we fail. So that's that for this week. Next week, we're going to talk about the A in the Braving inventory, which is accountability. So that will do next week.